not in a very witty mood today. That makes me sad. Welcome back everyone. Today's video is going to be a try to get ready with me. I'm going to be trying some new makeup that I have hauled recently. So the schedule that I have been doing on my channel is doing some PR hauls. I'm doing them like weekly, every other week, and then I do a first impression get ready with me. Then I do a follow-up chatty get ready with me, just kind of giving my thoughts on the products as I've been trying them. And then I do a collection or rejection video and decide which makeup items I'm putting into my makeup collection and which ones I will be decluttering. So I kind of have a few of my recent hauls here. I'm going to be using an SPF from IT Cosmetics. I have some of the Colourpop Beauty and the Beast collection to use, including the eyeshadow palette. I have a mascara from Covergirl, some brow products from them. I have an item from Lottie London and their Outer Banks collection, and also from First Aid Beauty, their Bronze and Glow Drops. So that's what we're going to be trying today. So let me get you zoomed in and we'll get started. All right, so I will link everything that I'm using in my description box and also the YouTube shopping button. I'm going to start first with my SPF. I've really been enjoying this one from IT Cosmetics. It's their Hello Sunshine Invisible Hydrating Serum Sunscreen, and it is SPF 50. So that is what we're going to be using today. 1% pro vitamin B5 and hyaluronic acid. Says helps protect and prime, and I feel like it just blends in really easily on the skin. It does have like a slight scent to it, but it just makes the skin, I don't know if I necessarily like overly glowy or anything like that, but it just makes the skin look nice and hydrated. And I love that it's the SPF 50. It is warm. I just got back from a lunch with one of my girlfriends and we were walking around outside and I was like, ooh, she toasty out here. So like I said, blends in quickly. I'm gonna do some on my neck as well. I'm gonna film and then I have some meetings, but I would like to walk outside today. I don't know if the sun will still be up, but just in case, it's always so important to protect the neck. And also to make sure when you're doing your skincare, obviously to like focus on your neck, but even like at night, I used to find myself, in your hands, I used to find myself like when I would take my makeup off, I would always take my makeup off of my face and I would always leave it on my neck. And then like I would bring my skincare down, but I'm like, Samantha, you also have to take, like I put, you know, foundation and everything on my neck. I'm like, make sure you're taking your foundation off there, girl. I got this product from First Aid Beauty. It's their Bronze and Glow Drops with niacinamide. So I want to try these. It says shake before use. Apply drops to create a custom glow layered or mixed with skincare and makeup. Okay, so we just added on some SPF. I'm gonna add a little bit of this, and then I'm thinking maybe like just some concealer might be pretty. I feel like, should I do it the Instagram way? Where we like go like this, you know? I feel like that's very video worthy these days. This is not how I normally apply makeup, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm just curious, for anyone watching, like if you make videos, is that how you actually apply at home? Like I'm just wondering, because maybe listen, I'm sure some people do. I'm just gonna rub it in with my fingers, because that's what I want to do. I want to see, like, you know, it says bronze and glow, like how bronzy and how glowy are we getting with this one? And then I was like, I wonder, since it says okay, I was like, I wonder if I should only put it on like certain parts of my face. I haven't seen a lot of videos with people using these, but from what I have seen, they were just using it all over, and again, like kind of like mixing it in. I've seen people mix it in with sunscreens. I wanted to use it on its own for the first time just to see what I think of it, but I'm actually going boating the day after I'm filming this. I'm like, oh, maybe this could be a good option. Mix in with my sunscreen, because I think that it definitely did a good job making my skin look more bronzy, right? I want to add a little bit to my neck as well to match the vibes. A little bit on the neck here. I feel like it's definitely giving like ready for summer moments, right? Like, did she already go boating, or is she about to go boating? Okay, First Aid Beauty, listen, when it comes to like the warm weather, I'm always looking for like less ways to wear makeup, I guess. I also just got back from vacation. I feel like I'm still kind of in vacation mode. I didn't really wear a lot of makeup when I went on vacation. I did do a what's in my travel makeup bag, and my friend that went with me, she was in the video too. And so we kind of just shared, and I just brought like a small, you know, little makeup bag with me. I didn't really pack all that much stuff. So I feel like something like this, again, just like mix something that's gonna give like a nice bronze and mix it with a good SPF, like that could definitely be the vibe. Because now I think I'm just gonna do some concealer like for my under eyes and like a little bit of the redness around my face. I don't really want to do, like, to me, to do like an SPF and then the bronze and glow drops and then a foundation, like it just feels like I'm putting too much on my face. So I think I'm just gonna do some concealer now. So I'm just gonna use my Tower 28 concealer. This is what I brought to Barbados with me. I'm using the shade K-Town. So I'm just gonna do some on my under eyes, and then again, just a little bit around if I have any like redness. I'm gonna use my brush from Singe Beauty. This is the FO2. I'm just gonna use that to blend that out. What's new with everybody? Honestly, I feel like nothing's new with me. I feel like I have nothing like exciting to share, except, okay, no. Hold on. One thing, I went to a brunch last week with a friend, and while we were there, I don't know, she was the one who I just went to Barbados with. I'm also going to Iceland with her in July, and we're both just getting more into like travel content and things like that. And I don't know what happened, but as we were at brunch, we started talking about like other destinations we want to go to, and then we decided that we should go to Ibiza this summer. Like put dates in our calendar and everything. I mean, we haven't like booked anything yet, but we're like actively looking at things. Like we, you know, scheduled out time on our calendar, and I was like, okay. I was like, do I really have time to go to Ibiza in between all of my other trips? But listen, I'm gonna try. And like I said, I just went to lunch with one of my other friends, and she was talking about going to the Hamptons, and she was supposed to go for a particular reason, and then she wasn't able to. And I was like, well, I would go to the Hamptons with you. And now we're trying to figure out if we can go to the Hamptons like within the month. Within the month. And I'm like, maybe I should stop going to lunch with my friends. In 4 days, I've now am trying to add 2 more trips to my already very full travel calendar. So there's that. Honestly, okay, who's been to the Hamptons? So Ibiza we can worry about later, but the Hamptons we're trying to go like really soon. I know nothing about the Hamptons besides like it's so expensive. Like, how does one just go to the Hamptons? Can you do that? Do they have hotels? Do you need a house? Listen, I just had this conversation 30 minutes ago. These are all things that I can Google, but I don't have time. Like I came home and I was like, I have to film. I have meetings later today. Like I was like, I gotta film these videos so then I can get to my meetings and then I can like go to bed early and all the things. So I understand that I can definitely Google all of these things myself, but I'm just curious if anyone knows that answer. No, we're just like making conversation here. So does anyone know anything about the Hamptons? Or how one goes, or where one stays, or like what's fun to do at the Hamptons? I know nothing. Like I feel like the only people I see that go to the Hamptons are like celebrities. So I'm like, how do regular people go? But you know what? That's what I'm gonna figure out. I'm gonna add it to my already very busy to-do list and figure out how does a normal person go to the Hamptons. I feel like it has to happen. In my last Get Ready With Me, I was talking about, you know, some of my travel plans for this year, and then a lot of you are chiming in on your travel plans, and so fun. Some of you are going to some really fun destinations, or you gave me some destinations in mind that I should go to. Listen, the number of times I have seen Australia come up in my comments, I'm going to get there, okay? I'm going to get to Australia. I've never been. I also see Canada pop up a ton. I actually used to go to Canada quite a bit for work when I was in book marketing. I don't know why. Like we had like so many book signings in Canada, especially Toronto. So I actually went, there was a span there that I was in Canada a lot. And I really, really liked Canada. Everyone's so friendly. A few of the times that I went, it was very, very cold, but that's okay. But yeah, big fan of Canada, but I've never been to Australia. I know that it's a wicked flight. Like, I don't know what it would be from, I've never looked at it from Vegas. I know I've always looked at it like from when I lived in Iowa. But I'm gonna get there, okay? I'm putting it out there right now. Hello, universe. I will be going to Australia. It's not gonna be this year because I have too many trips, unless I go like at the very end of the year or something, which I don't think is gonna happen, but maybe 2025. Not maybe, 2025. Australia. Here I come. You know what? Let me grab my brow pencil and tell you that. Can I just tell you one of the most shocking things that has happened to me recently? I didn't see this coming. I really didn't. I didn't see this coming. But you know what I have always said? I have an open mind. I am willing to change my mind. I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong. And you know, sometimes things change in life. And I had something change for me recently, and I'm not mad about it. F1 has really gotten me hooked these days, okay? Why did anyone tell me how fun F1 was? Okay, a lot of you tried to tell me how fun F1 was, and I just wasn't listening. So this is me. Listen, I'm putting it on the internet. I was wrong. I was wrong. When F1 came to Vegas last year, I was like, what is that? Like cars that go fast? How titillating. Like I couldn't care less. And then I will say F1 wasn't really handled the best in Las Vegas. I mean, ask a lot of Vegas locals, ask local businesses. It was the first, listen, it was the first year in Las Vegas. There had to be so much construction to make it so they could race around the Las Vegas Strip. It was chaos. It was hard for the locals. It was hard for businesses that were being affected. There was just like, there was a lot going on. I'm actually gonna do a combo of, I really like doing a combo with these ones from Covergirl, the brow filler and the brow liner. I've been talking about these a lot. So I'm just gonna use both. Just like a lot going on. And then as a content creator in Las Vegas, I have, you know, so much fun in getting to work with like different, you know, businesses and stuff around here. I don't think anyone knew how to handle F1. Again, it was the first year, but the amount of disorganization was wild. Like we were literally getting contacted 30 minutes before they wanted people to show up because there was just like no marketing. It was just, and then they were like, can you get, and it was like, no, we can't. There's literally roads blocked off. Like we physically can't get to your location. It was bananas. A lot of people were kind of upset of like the way that it went down, but it was like, okay, it's the first year, you know, hopefully next year it will just be better and handled differently. It's at least going to be here the next 2 years. They signed like a 3-year with an option to do a 10-year. So it was like, you know, hopefully it'll just get better. I'm also coming in as someone who knows nothing about F1. And listen, I'm a sports girly. Football, favorite. Baseball, yes, please. Hockey, love it. I can do basketball. Like, you know, I'm a fan of sports. And I think a reason why I'm a fan of sports is I'm a fan of like the competitiveness, okay? I'm an Aries, you know, all the things. So I like the competitiveness of, you know, watching these sporting events. But F1, I know nothing about. Honestly, I don't think I've ever even heard of it until it was coming to my city. And so even though I was going to these events and everything, I really didn't know what was going on. I didn't know any of the drivers. I didn't know any of the teams. I didn't know how anything worked. They were like, oh, this is happening on this night. And then there's like this on this. And I was like, what are all these different things? Like, what's going on? So F1 happens in like November, great. I have been traveling quite a bit more, and when I'm on planes, I like to watch shows. I am not someone who watches like shows or movies. Like when I'm home, I don't really like turn on the TV. I feel like I'm busy a lot. Like I'm working a lot, I'm filming, I'm editing, I'm on my phone, I'm in meetings all the time, I'm on 9-mile walks every single day. I just don't have a lot of time to like sit down and enjoy a show, and I wish that I did. Usually if I'm just gonna like sit down and chill, I'm gonna read a book. That's my preference. You know, some people read, some people want to watch shows, some people like to do, like one of my best friends like likes to do like video games. You know, like everyone has their different ways of like how they like decompress. So for me, it's just, to me it's not the most relaxing to watch TV unless I'm watching sports, because I just feel like I should be like doing something else, right? But when I'm on a plane, there's not a lot of other things that I can be doing. So I'm like, oh, I'll watch shows. And sometimes it's hard for me to read on planes because I do deal with motion sickness. So like sometimes like reading, I can kind of get a little bit of an upset stomach. Instead, I started to download shows, and I got into shows like the home edit. Like, I'm someone who always says that I want to be more organized. So on a lot of my travels last year, I was watching like the home edit. There was like a home makeover show. Can't remember, I feel like it was based in Utah. I was like watching that one, you know, different things like that that would kind of like inspire me to be a little bit more organized, or like keep my home in better shape, things like that. And then I finished those and I was like, what should I watch next? I do love Bridgerton. Okay, we can talk about Bridgerton as well, because I have watched the whole 4 episodes that came out. Like, why can't we just release a season all at once? I don't get it. But you know, I've watched like Bridgerton on the plane and things like that. And then I was like, Ashley, my best girlfriend Ashley, she was like, oh, the F1 documentary is so good. And I'm like, okay. And she like told me multiple times, she was like, I really think that you should watch the F1 documentary. Like, it'll help you understand like what's going on. I'm like, okay. And then I watched like Quarterbacks on Netflix, see what the NFL, and it follows a few of the different quarterbacks, like going through the seasons and all of those things. I watched those episodes. And again, I'm just on a plane. I'm literally on a plane all the time. I'll be on a plane in 4 days. So I'm like running out of shows, and I was like, you know what? Sure, I'll watch this F1 documentary, right? And there's like multiple seasons. I don't really remember how many seasons it was, but I was like, obviously I'm gonna start at season 1. I'm gonna see what's going on. And I believe season 1 was set in 2018. So it's like, obviously I'm like behind, right? But I was like, I wanna, you know, see everything. I wanna try to like understand, and maybe I'll have like a better concept of what's going on for when it happens in Vegas in 2024. From episode 1, I was hooked. I was like, wait a second, wait a damn minute. Like, I was having the best time. I feel like all the drivers are my best friends. There's a few of them that I would like to be more than friends with. But I'm like totally invested. The 10 teams, the 2 drivers, I'm starting to understand like the practice laps and like the qualifiers and then the Grand Prix. But to me, the best thing about F1 is, I'm getting so excited. Is this video sponsored by F1? It might be. So in F1, it's where they have these race cars, and these cars go so fast, right? They travel all over the world and do these races, and it's just like, so I saw the one in Las Vegas, obviously, like I went to the Grand Prix, and I saw it and I was like, wow, this is a spectacle, and it was so fun, and it was so many days like leading up to it, and like I remember like I had like a hotel room, I was like watching the fireworks go off, I was like, wow, like this is like crazy. It happens all over the world, they go all out for it. I was like, why can't I go to these other countries and watch these races and just have a great time? It's like Monaco, it's Abu Dhabi, they're in the UK, they're in Austria. I was like, this is so exciting. In the US, they have them in Austin and Miami and now Las Vegas. And I was like, I want to go to Austin and Miami during these times. Like, I think the one in Miami just happened, I want to say. And I'm like kicking myself. I was like, should have gone to the one in Miami. Like, I'm now so excited for it to be in Las Vegas. But I was like, how cool for someone, because like I traveled to go to like football games and baseball games. I want to travel to go to the F1 races and go to Abu Dhabi. Why am I not there? Why am I not in Monaco watching these races? Like, I'm completely hooked into F1. Even if you know nothing about F1, because I really, again, like I didn't, it's such an interesting documentary, and like, I think that you should watch it. I think that you should watch it. That's what I'm trying to say. I think that you should watch it. I'm having a great time. So those are my next travel plans, and it happens in Australia. To me, it seems like it's the first one, the first like race of the season happens in Australia. That's when I should go to Australia, is for the opening of F1 season. Let's make it happen. Let's say it out loud. Samantha, you are going to go, I don't know when the season starts, but I'm gonna go to Australia. That's when I'm gonna come. Mark it on your calendar. For everyone who's saying I should go to Australia and you're in Australia, put it on your calendar. That's when I'm coming down. That's when I'm coming down. Changing gears for a minute. We'll go back to makeup and stop talking about how I want to go to all these F1 races. But truly, like, I'm excited to get on a plane so I can like keep, I for whatever reason, I don't let myself watch them at home. I'm like, wait for the plane, wait for the plane, wait for the plane. So I just have to go to LA next week, and I'm like so excited. It's only an hour flight, but I'm like, I don't care. I'm gonna watch as much as I can. But I'm going to use this lip and cheek balm, the Kook Proof. Okay, this is from Lottie London. It's their collaboration with Outer Banks. I don't know if I would use this on my lips for me personally. I don't know if I would love this shade on my lips. They also came out with like a more pink one, but I'm gonna use it on my cheeks as a little bit of like it looks like a pretty shimmery bronzer. So I just grabbed the Sigma, it's a contour blush, the F53 Air. I don't know why, I feel like using a brush at this particular moment. So we'll just see. I don't know if I love something that's like super shimmery right now for bronzer. Well, we'll give it a try, you know, it's bronzing season and all the things. So I'm just gonna add a little bit to like the high points of my cheeks. I've mostly been more into powder bronzer and blushes right now, but in the last like month, I think I'll say, I've kind of switched over to going back to some more cream. So when I got this was in my last PR haul that I did right before I went on my vacation in Barbados, is I got the Outer Banks one, and I was like, okay, I'll try this out. So I don't know if I totally love it because I feel like it, it's not necessarily that I think it's like picking up my makeup. I don't know if I love this shade, but I feel like it's really like accentuate, maybe because it's so shimmery. I just feel like it's kind of putting a spotlight on like what I prefer not to have a spotlight on, if that makes sense. Normally I would bring my bronzer like down here as well, but I just want to focus it because it's so like shimmery and glowy. I'm just kind of focusing it like in a C around here. I don't like love it. I don't necessarily like hate it right off the bat, but I don't think it's gonna end up being a favorite product of mine. And maybe I should try it too when I don't have like the bronze and glow drops. Like I already have like a bronzy product on, like maybe something of more of like a natural matte bronzer would be better for this look. Maybe I'll just do a little bit of like my L'Oreal bronzer, like around like the neck here as well, to do like a little something to kind of like even it out. Okay, I'll definitely try it again when I do like kind of my, you know, standard base routine. That's what I like to do with new products, especially when I use new products all together at once. Some things just like don't work the best together and things like that. So when I go into like, you know, my normal like complexion routine, I'll definitely try this again. Like I said, I come back to do reviews of everything and decide what I'm gonna actually put into my collection and what I'm not going to keep around. So we'll see, jury's out on that one. Like I said, I got a couple products from the Colourpop Beauty and the Beast collection, which I'm so excited for, and I think that these are so cute. Like, how cute is this little blush? I'm sorry, so cute. I'm gonna use the one in Mrs. Potts. This is so freaking cute. Okay, so I did get this in PR from Colourpop. I do have a code with them, which is MARCHBEAUTY is my code with Colourpop. That's so cute. Okay, this kind of like lighter pink shade I feel like is very in right now. I've been seeing some more like liquid blushes coming out, and this more just like lighter pink tone, and I think that it is super pretty. I really do like the Colourpop blushes. I tend to like the formula. They're easy to build, they're easy to blend, and I think this shade is going to be a really pretty warm weather shade, like especially on a more like bronzy look on me. And then to have this kind of like lighter pop of pink, I see this being very popular right now. So Mrs. Potts, I'm super excited to have. Okay, before I jump into my eyes, I'm just gonna spray my face quickly with my Fix Plus. And then to use the eyeshadow palette, all right, so cute. I do love Beauty and the Beast. I know, like, a lot of people know that I don't watch a lot of shows, I don't watch a lot of movies, but you know, something like Beauty and the Beast and like a classic like this, I do love Beauty and the Beast, I do love Belle. Oh my goodness, so cute. And again, like what I said in the haul was like, I don't, you know, this palette isn't anything like super groundbreaking, earth-shattering to me or anything like that, but I still think that it's so pretty. I don't really get a lot of PR from Colourpop anymore, but they reached out and asked if I wanted this collection, and I was like, actually, yes. And I got really excited when they sent it to me. Like, even this blue looks so pretty. This is the shade that I'm interested in for today, is Forbidden. I just think that one looks so fun, but also Break the Curse, this matte shade, I was like, I have to use that. So there's some really pretty shades in here, so I am excited. I think I'm first going to, ooh, I feel like maybe I want a little bit of a smaller brush. Maybe this one from Sigma, the E38 Diffused Crease. And then I'm gonna pick up Break the Curse. And then I'm gonna start to add this into my crease, run it back and forth. I love like a good rosy, mauve shade. So pretty. I tend to like the Colourpop formula. I wouldn't say it's in my, like, you know, top 3. I always say like my top 3 are Natasha Denona, Sigma Beauty, and Odensai. But Colourpop has a nice formula as well, and this matte, it's been super easy to blend, and look how beautiful it is. This shade is so pretty. Like, I could wear this shade just all over my lid and be super happy with it. But that shimmer I just thought was so fun looking in here. So I'm just gonna use the other side. This is a double-ended brush. It's the one that came with the Cool Neutrals palette from Sigma Beauty. So I'm just going to, or I could also use my finger, but I'm just gonna use a brush for today. So I'm gonna grab that Forbidden shade with the flat shader, and then I'm just going to add this. It's kind of like a, more of like a wet looking shade. Ooh, that's really pretty. See, sometimes I like to use a brush because it, like, sometimes when you use your finger, like the warmth of your finger makes it like, and sometimes that's what I want. And sometimes I want this kind of more, I always say like soft wash of like sparkles and fun on the eyes. And that's kind of how I feel with this one right now. Sometimes the word I use too was like a little bit more of like an ethereal look, but I just think this is so fun and pretty, and like these flecks just look so cool on the eyes. So I'm just gonna keep using the brush because I like the way that this looks right now. I've been doing a lot of liner looks. Like, typically when I do eyeshadow looks, kind of I use like a shadow liner as well, but I actually don't really want to with this one, and to just keep it more simple like this, I think is so pretty. Look at it. Ooh, I like that. Oh yeah, that's cool. I like the way that that looks, and I want to keep it like that. Again, I don't know, I just kind of feel like I'm supposed to like blend, but it makes me want to keep the lower lash line more blank as well. I'm going to do a little bit of eyeliner in the waterline, but otherwise I think I actually want to keep, every once in a while I like to keep the lower lash line blank, and I'm someone who, I love like a good smoky, so let me put eyeliner on because I could change my mind. I was trying to decide between my beige with the Surratt or the black, but I'm going to take the black Urban Decay, which makes me think I then might do some shadow on the lower lash line, but I just want to do a little bit of black in here. I love eyeliner. I'm not going to tight line though. I still think I want to keep the lower lash line blank. That's what I'm thinking. So I did get a new mascara. This is from Covergirl. This is their Cleantopia Lash Blast. The Ultramarine Black Plant Powered Clean Mascara Extreme Lush Volume. Intense black with a hint of blue for brighter, wide awake eyes. Okay, we shall try it out. I do like trying out mascaras, so here's what this one looks like. And oh, the wand's a little thick. Okay, I can tell by looking at it, like I can see like the blue on here. So let's go ahead and add to the lower lashes. Okay, I feel like I can tell from doing the lower lashes that it is more of a dry mascara. I got a little bit of transfer on there, so I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe that away. I can tell that it's more of a dry formula. So let's try the top lashes. Okay, so I have one coat of the mascara on here. I think that it looks nice. I'm gonna do 2 coats because I would normally do 2 coats of mascara. I don't think it's anything like super like earth-shattering for me yet, but I will apply a second coat and see how we're feeling. Definitely after the second coat, I feel like I can tell the lashes like looking longer. I feel like it also makes them look like wispier, is kind of like the style that I would describe it as, but definitely longer, a little bit more fuller, definitely wispier. Okay, cute, cute. So I'm gonna do 2 coats on the other eye as well. Of course, one thing to me when it comes to mascaras is like, how do they last? Is it smudging all over my face? I live in Las Vegas, it's very hot. It's like 94 degrees out right now, and like it's so funny because I like walked out of having lunch with my friend. I was like, oh, it's so hot, and I was like, it's not hot yet. Like it's about to be so much hotter here. So definitely a good mascara that's not gonna move all over me is something that I'm always on the lookout for. So mascara is done. I think that it looks fine. I don't think my lashes look like, you know, worse or anything, but nothing that I'm like jumping up and down about. Oh, we'll see. I'll keep trying it. Didn't necessarily like blow me away first impressions, but we'll keep trying it and see. And of course I want to see like how it wears throughout the day. So Colourpop also came out with some lip duos. These are lipstick and lip gloss duos. So this one, I thought these looked so cute. They have like this light pink gloss, and then like the roses on the lipsticks I just thought were so, so beautiful. Ugh. So these ones are Not So Odd Luxe Lipstick, and then Bookworm, the ultra glossy lip. And then I'm kind of leaning towards, I don't know what it is with this like light pink that I'm really vibing with right now. But then we have the ultra glossy lip in Kind and Gentle. And then Last Petal is the lipstick. This is a little bit darker. I don't go for like lighter pinks, but something about that blush, I don't know. I'm just kind of feeling it right now. So I think I'm actually gonna go with this lip kit, and then I'm gonna use Colourpop Oh Snap as my lip liner. I think Beeper would have gone well with the other one, but I'm gonna use Oh Snap, definitely like an OG lip liner from Colourpop. Oh, I just love Oh Snap. It's just one of those, like, I feel like this was one of my first like My Lips But Better lip liners. And it's just so beautiful. And then I'm gonna add on the lipstick, Not So Odd. So cute. And I feel like this matches the eye look really well. So this is a matte lip, right? The Luxe lipstick. Oh, it says cream. It feels matte as I'm applying it. Even when I press my lips together, this feels like a matte lipstick. That's interesting. So cute. And then I'm going to do the gloss on top. Oh, that's so pretty. Again, I don't do like light pink looks. Honestly, I don't do like a lot of pink lips in general, but like lighter pink and things like that, I just don't tend to really gravitate towards. But again, makeup preferences change so much and can change really quickly. I can be into something one day and then absolutely not into it the very next day. I mean, it's yeah, it's makeup. it's not that deep, and your preferences can definitely change. I think that lip is so cute. I think that it matches the eyes. I think this was a pretty successful try on. I really liked the Bronze and Glow Drops from First Aid Beauty. I'm excited about these. I'm definitely wearing these on the boat day tomorrow. The IT Cosmetics SPF, highly recommend. Actually, Angelina brought this to Barbados as well, and she really likes this one also. The only one that I'm just kind of not really sure about was the Lottie London, but it could just be like my preferences, you know, thing as well. The Colourpop products, I think they all worked out really well. I'm excited to use the blush more because I like that kind of lighter pink. The palette I think is pretty, the lips are pretty. Again, the CoverGirl mascara, I'm a little bit like so-so about, but if it holds up well, like I do like that it makes my lashes look longer. I hope that I don't have any like transfer issues with it, because I think that it could be a good, you know, kind of everyday mascara for me. And then I do like the brow products from CoverGirl as well. So that's everything for this Get Ready With Me. I hope you enjoyed seeing me use some of these products. Stay tuned for my next Get Ready With Me that will be coming up with these, and I'll see you in the next one.